Hi everybody, the topic of the day today is Albariño, and the reason I want to talk about Albariño is because it really is one of my favourite wines, and today's my birthday, so I thought, you know what, let's talk about a wine I really enjoy, which is Albariño. So for anybody who's not tried Albariño, it's basically a white wine from the northwest area of Spain, and some of the best Albariño is from the Rías Baixas region. Also, you can get Albariño in Portugal as well. They just give it a slightly different name. It's spelt differently. So instead of being Albariño with a B, it's Alvarinho with a V. But they're basically the same grape, just given slightly different names. And obviously, the terroir of where they are grown is going to have some impact. So what can we expect from an Albariño? Well, firstly, it's going to be a dry white wine with high acidity, and it does tend to have, depending on where it's grown, it'll have quite ripe fruit aromas, such as, stone fruits, peach and apricot. If it's been grown on a vineyard that's coastal, near the sea, you might even get some really unusual aromas like saline flavours and aromas going on, which I have actually seen before in some Albariños. You just have to try them. I actually went to a tapas restaurant once where when I told them I was a fan of Albariño, they told me they did a flight of 3 Albariños and each one had been grown in a different area of Spain and they all had really different qualities. Another thing you can get in some Albariños is you can get also quite almond nutty flavours and aromas as well. Kind of like, I'd say almond is one of the more kind of prominent ones, one of the ones that you tend to see coming up in more Albariños. But generally speaking, I think if you like medium to high acidity dry white wines, you're going to love Albariño. And also because, like I said, you can try lots of different ones and you, depending on the producer, you'll get different notes from it. Some of them will have more tropical fruity notes, whereas others, as I say, they might be a bit more astringent. They might even have quite grassy kind of botanical notes to them. Not excluding as well some Albariños that have a slight butteriness to them because maybe they've had some barrel treatment as well, or some barrel aging, or maybe even some malolactic fermentation. It's quite free as a kind of, in terms of the producers, they are becoming a bit more kind of experimental with what they do with it. So if you've never tried Albariño, I really recommend it. So I mainly go for Spanish Albariños, but that's not to say you can't get Albariño grown in other parts of the world. So in America, there are AVAs, American viticultural areas, for anyone who's never heard of that. There are some American producers that are growing Albariño now. So you can actually find American New World Albariño and also even some Australian producers as well. So it's quite a versatile grape. It's quite an aromatic grape. So any kind of people who love Viognier as well, or Gewürztraminer, they might really enjoy Albariño. So that's my topic of the day. I hope you enjoy some wine tonight, whatever it is. And if you've tried an Albariño that you really enjoyed, let me know in the comments. What was the producer? And where were you at the time when you drank it? And what was it that you really enjoyed about it? Let me know.